So you're thinking of starting a business, but you're not sure which business to start. And with the issue of low capital, the options are quite limited. But in my opinion, starting a food business, especially when you're cooking from home, requires a little less capital and you leverage on the skills and equipment you already have. I think this is the perfect place for you to start. Hi, I'm Ruthie. Welcome to Ruthie's Personal Space. I create content that will help better your life and move you from where you are now to where you really want to be. If you want to join our community, hit the subscribe button and send love to someone in the comments because we love you too. So in this video, you're going to be able to make up your mind if starting a food business is really something you're going to be looking at in 2025. It requires little capital, you're leveraging on just your experience, your skill in cooking, and the equipment you already have in your house. So let's go straight into it. So the first step in starting this business is obviously the ideation stage. You need to brew the idea in your head. It needs to actually be something you want to do. I have started a food business. In fact, this was the business I started in 2019 when my life was in complete shambles and I just wanted to turn things around for myself and start to earn. I had been cooking for a while. I had been cooking for my friends, my family, my boyfriend. But this time I wanted to leverage on this particular skill to earn money. So I decided to just start cooking from my mother's house. I was still living with my mother, my parents. I leveraged on that. I leveraged on the people that I knew already, the close people around me to sell to them. And from there, the word of mouth went out. And that's how I grew the business. So the first step is ideation. You need to brew the idea. You need to understand if this is something you want to do. You need to see if you actually have the skill in cooking, no matter how small. Like skill is something that you master as you go. So don't say because you're not a five-star Michelin chef, then you can't get into food business. That's not true. You can start from where you are and you will grow on the job. So brew the idea, think about it, get a niche for yourself. Are you doing fast food? Are you doing orders? Are you doing event catering? Just get a niche for yourself, and then from there you keep building on the idea until the idea is solid in your mind. The next step in ideation stage still is to do your research. Do your research on your environment, see what people are actually requesting, see what other business owners in the same niche around your area are doing, and just get as much information as you can. This is very vital because this is the foundation of your business and this will either make or mar the business. Next, you need to validate the idea. Talk to people around, talk to people in the niche, talk to your friends. Tell them, not the friends that kill dreams though. Talk to serious minded people, talk to your mentors, tell them your idea and let them sieve out through the noise and present it to you in a way that is actually valid to make you money. And lastly, define your unique selling points. For me, my unique selling points was fast and affordable meals. I was cooking fast meals, keeping the menu limited to pasta, rice, noodles, and all those meals that you can just whip up easily. That was my own unique selling point. You can discuss yours and find it. Number two is to do your market research. Now, this is just finding suppliers, finding what works, creating a niche, checking your environment to see the kind of people actually that live there. If you're in a residential area, you know you need to branch out because most people in residential areas barely buy food. So just do your market research, do your survey, see what raw materials or foodstuffs are like cheap in your area so that you can capitalize on that. Remember, we don't have money to waste, so we're leveraging on whatever is the cheapest or whatever is available. On this stage, you also need to understand your target audience. Who are your target audience? Are you targeting young people? Are you targeting working people? Are you targeting people that just want fast and easy meals? Are you targeting events or like birthdays, or just know your target audience, set your target audience and capitalize on that. Analyze your competition. Look around, there's definitely somebody else selling food in your area or within the closest radius to you. See what they're doing, study what they're doing. The best thing for you to do in this business to leverage as little capital as possible is not to make as many mistakes. So see what they're doing. You can copy and then put your little twists on them. Because guess what? Nobody has a generic idea. Everybody copies everybody. I'm not saying be a thief. Don't steal from anybody. But it's okay to copy and then put a little twist on it to make yours unique. Number three is legal and regulatory compliance. Now, if you're in Nigeria or in any of these African countries, we have a upper hand because we don't have these laws that restrict small business owners. They will come up later, but when you're starting, you actually don't have to deal with all that. If you're in other countries or other states that require these legal regulatory compliances, you can actually get it on this level. This is the business planning stage. So the business has left your mind now. It's becoming a more physical something. It's becoming something you can touch, you can feel. So the first step is to write a business plan. When I was writing my own business plan, my dad pushed me to write at least a 5-year business plan. Now, I write business plan for small business owners and business owners in general that don't have business plans. On this business planning stage, you also need to minimize costs. So whatever you can do on your own for free, you can do it. Use Canva to create a logo. Use Canva also to create a menu. Now you need to keep the menu very short and snappy. You're just starting out. You can switch things up later. You don't have to get everything right on this particular stage, but you can start with the free tools you have and then explore with other things later. Lastly, on this stage, source for affordable ingredients and packaging. Get suppliers to partner with you, buy your raw ingredients from the local market, and to save you a lot of money from buying compared to buying in the supermarket. Also, get affordable packaging. When I started, I used styrophones, but styrophones are so unhealthy, and most states have banned them right now. But they were the cheapest options that I had, and I had to go with them. But there are so many cheaper options right now. There are paper packagings, there are foil packagings. Just make do with whatever affordable options you have, because even the customers you're selling to, if you're selling to like an affordable niche, they don't need those fancy packaging things. You're just starting out. Remember, you can switch things up as you go, as you grow, and that's how your business is going to grow. But at this starting stage, start however you can, use whatever you can. Number five, branding and identity. Many people think as a small business you don't need branding, but honestly, if you start your branding at a very early stage in your business, is going to save you a lot. It's going to save you a lot of changing along the way. And branding involves your brand name, your logo, your menu style, and so many other things. Also, when you're registering a business name, or if you know this is a business you're going to do for a while, you should get the name checked. Check the name and register. The mistake I made when I started my food business was I didn't check the name. I liked the name because it was my last name. I thought when I'm ready to register it, it's my last name. Who else is doing something with my last name? Guess what? There was somebody else name that was registered as Bezos something, so I couldn't register the name. And eventually, 2 years into the business, when I wanted to register the name, I had to change the name. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go through that stress. Get the name checked, register it, get your logo. If you want to print t-shirts, you can print t-shirts or cap. Just create your brand identity from this stage. Number six, production and operation. Start small, create in batches. What I did that works for me was my mom had a deep freezer. Like I said, you're doing this from your home, so leverage on whatever is already there. If you have a fridge, buy one chicken or two chicken, prepare it and store it in the fridge. It will save you a lot of time and money. Keep a small menu. When you're starting small, you don't need to spread yourself so thin. Keep your menu small, keep it interesting, keep it enticing, and let people be your voice. Let your customers be your voice when they ask for something later down the line. Then you can add it to the menu to just spice things up a bit. Optimize your kitchen. Use whatever you have. Use the stove that you have. Use the fridge that you have. Use the utensils that you have. I promise you, if the food is that good, it wouldn't matter where it's coming from. It wouldn't matter if you're not using the fancy equipment or not. Just get your skill in check. All the fancy equipment, they'll come later, but for now, just use what you have. And lastly, on this stage, batch production. I've already said this. If you can buy veggies and cut them in bulk, do that. If you can buy meat and store them, do that. Anything that can reduce your production time and help your food get to your customers faster. It will save you a lot of time, I promise you. Number seven, sales and distribution. Use local deliveries. Where I stayed, I partnered with local bikes. So when I get orders, I just call them up and then I have my orders sent out. And then later, I think a year into the business, there was a small logistics company that was just coming up. I partnered with them for a discounted price and they delivered my order. So you can do that just to get things moving, and eventually your business will grow and you probably have your own delivery system. But for now, leverage on whatever you can, however you can. And this food business does not just limit to cooking on the go or whatever. If you're making snacks or you're making pastries, you can partner with supermarkets, you can partner with stalls, you can partner with small shops, maybe drop some of your products there and then they sell it. Maybe you give them a discounted price where they can make a little margin of profit on it. It will help you a lot. On this stage also, it is advisable that you go to local events. In my area, there was an event that was happening every December 26th, color fest kind of situation. I went there my first year was rough, but I did that 3 times, 3 year in a row. And by the second year, I had already gotten used to the feel. I had my flyers printed, I had a banner. It gave my business a lot of publicity. So if you can do that, if there's any events, any fair happening around your area, you can attend it. It's a little vendor fee, and you can have your food or your stand set up, and then from there you share flyers, you make contacts, you network with your peers. It helps your business grow a lot. Capitalize also on your online presence. This is 2025. Most sales happen online. So if you're starting a food business in 2025, it's even better because you have TikTok, and TikTok is a massive sales funnel that you can use to drive sales into your business. Just create a very good online presence and use storytelling to drive people to your page. And lastly, on this level, your pricing strategy. Now, don't shoot yourself in the foot. When you're starting out, I feel like this is a mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make. I made this mistake myself. I priced myself too low. I priced myself a little bit above cost price, but it was still too low. Don't be afraid to charge what you think you're worth. The people that want to buy will actually buy. The cheapskates that stress you, they usually know your people. Set your pricing to a comfortable, profitable margin, and then it will help your business grow. Number eight, customer service and retention. Gather feedback. I still have feedback from my first orders. I still have feedback from my first customers. Gather feedback and use them to improve your business. Because as a small business that is just starting out, your best bet at improving yourself is to gather feedback. Don't be afraid to ask them, oh, hello, how was the food? Did you enjoy it? They might say no, but most times if you get your own parts right, it'll mostly be a yes. Maybe there'll just be a little tweak here and there, and then they'll just set you up for success. Number nine, scaling and growth. Now, this part is for when your business has already become profitable. Reinvesting your profits back into the business to see that it stays afloat and it keeps growing. So the first thing to do on this stage is obviously to reinvest your profits. I know it's tempting to just splurge on our new profits, but that's not the best business advice. The best business decision to make on this stage is to reinvest some at least of your profits. The next thing to do is to expand your sales channel. If you were only selling on WhatsApp, now you should be selling on TikTok. If you were only selling on TikTok, now you should be on Instagram. Just as much money coming in is better for your business. The next thing to do on this stage is to hire help. This is where a lot of us cringe. Even I did it myself, but honestly, you can't do everything yourself. You need to delegate. Choose your strengths and delegate the rest so that you avoid burnout and also to set up your business for the best success possible. And finally, number 10, achieving success. The first thing to do on this stage, honestly, is to define success. What does success look like for your business? What does success look like for you? What does success look like on the level you're on? Don't use any other person's measure of success to determine yours. Maybe for you, success can be owning your own dispatch bike. Maybe for you, success can be having an outlet, a physical store or a physical restaurant where people can dine in. If that's your success, then just aim towards that until you achieve it. Secondly, on this stage, you need to track your finances. This is the easiest slippery slope for many business owners. Track your finances. There are a lot of tools available for that. And if you don't know how to do it, just delegate to somebody that know how to do it so that you can comfortably invest your profits back into the business and then help your business grow. Because if your finances are not in order, honestly, your business might never grow. It's a challenge that I faced for a long time until I was able to fix it. And that is why I'm pounding it so hard. You guys need to know this part. Watch your finances like a hawk, reinvest it back in the right places, and if you don't know how to do it, hire somebody that knows how. The next thing on this level is to stay consistent. If you're not consistent, you might not even get to this success stage. But if you stay consistent, then slow and steady, you will definitely get there. Be consistent, always show up for your business when it feels good, when it doesn't feel good. And if you feel like you're getting derailed or you're getting discouraged, just go back to your business plan. This is why I encourage business owners to have a business plan. A business plan is a blueprint for your business on hard days so you can go back and see the why. And if your business plan includes a business and growth strategy, you just need to look in there to see what you're doing on this particular stage and then implement. And lastly, adapt and innovate. The world is fast changing. What you're doing yesterday might not be what you're doing today. So evolve, be flexible. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to adapt to change and change quickly. I hope this helps someone to actually take a bold step to start their business, and I'll see you guys in my next video.